Hi there. I don't have an intro yet because I don't know how to do the whole YouTube thing. Anyway, I have a backdrop now, which I didn't have before if you've seen any of my other videos. Now you can't tell how messy my room is. This is the look I have. Let's see if it'll focus better. And I'll also insert pictures of it. I did follow a tutorial. She did it a lot better than I did, but I still wanted to review as many of the shades as possible, and I feel like I used a lot of shades in this, so that's why I chose to do that tutorial. I used the Morphe 35M Boss Smooth palette, which looks like this. I really like it. The only issue I had, which I think was more of a me thing, is that the shimmers transferred, but then again I didn't set my concealer when I cut the crease, so that was kind of a me problem. But if you want to see how I did this, please keep watching, please subscribe and turn on notifications, and please follow my Instagram, which will be linked in the description below. Okay, let's get started. Hi. What's this? A backdrop? Yes, it is. Basically, my room just looked gross, so this is my new backdrop. And honestly, I might cut out that whole explanation. Also, what's this? I'm wearing a different shirt. It's just, I always wear the same shirt, so new shirt. My mom took me to Ulta the other day because she knows I'm all about that makeup stuff. She knows I've been doing the YouTube thing, and I got a couple things. I got the Morphe Boss Mood palette, the 35M palette, and I also got the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette, which is really pretty. I don't think I'm going to be using it today just because this is a review of the Morphe palette, but I just wanted to show you that because I think it's really cute. So this is what it looks like. This up here was a thing that was like over it, and it had all the shade names, and it's kind of useless because it just flops around all over the place and it just gets in the way. But I wanted to know the shade names so I could, you know, tell you what I'm doing, so I just taped it to the lid. I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna be following a tutorial just because that was my mom. Just because I want to use as many of the shades as possible so I can give a more thorough review, but I'm not very creative on the like putting colors together thing. So the tutorial I'm gonna be following is by LSG Makeup. I'll link that in the description just because the look that I'm planning on doing it didn't come from my brain, so I want to give her credit. I'm gonna go in with Stroke of Luck, which is this one right here, and what brush do I want to use? Probably the smaller one because I don't want to go crazy just yet. And I'm gonna put that like sort of the inner portion of the crease. This already looks green on camera, but it's not. And there also might be a lot of cuts while I'm blending because I feel like this is going to take a lot of blending. It's a double cut crease. You want shit to be blended. Yeah. Okay, so I got that laid down. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but in real life it looks a little grinchy. I described this, I sent pictures of it to my friend Xavier, and I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this color? It's like piss-ass green. I don't know, but this girl knows what she's doing, so I'm just gonna do my other eye and then do the next thing she does, and then instruct you as I go along. You're gonna want to bring it slightly past the center, like basically just a little bit past where you want to start the next color, that way it blends better. This next shade that she uses, she described as going on kind of dry, so I'm gonna see if I have that same experience. I just want to make sure I'm following along correctly, so I'm gonna go in with Nude Tude, which is this one, this shade. It's kind of a weird name, but a lot of these are weird names. I'm not gonna judge. And we're gonna put that sort of in this middle part of our eye and try not to go too far with that, because there's another color we're gonna put down too. So far, I don't think I'm experiencing what she was experiencing with it being drying. I read a lot of comments saying that Morphe shadows are kind of hit or miss. This is the only Morphe palette I've ever had, so I don't know if that's true. So I'm gonna do the other eye. I might be doing a little back and forth to make the pigment like even, because I'm kind of bad at doing that on the first try. Why am I out of focus? How long have I been out of focus? Have I been out of focus that whole time? I don't know. I'm gonna put Stroke of Luck back in the like inner corner just to bring that back a little bit, because I muddied it up a little bit. Okay, this is what I have now. Let me see if I want to use tape for this. Yeah, so I'm going to use tape just because I don't like cleaning things up with concealer later. And I'm just going to put that here and have it sort of go toward my eyebrow. Especially because this is a darker shade, I just don't want to mess it up. I think that's about as even as I can get it. I'm going to go in with Green with Envy, which is this shade, and blend that in this outer portion and sort of wing it out. So this is what I have so far. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm going to bring you in closer so you can see. This is, oh focus please, what I have. I'm going to blend that in a little bit more, and then I also have to do this eye, but yes, and then we're going to cut the crease and do some fun colors. Not that green isn't fun, but we get to get into oranges and stuff soon, so now we're going to cut the crease. And earlier I watched a tutorial where somebody else used this trick. I thought it was this one. I was wrong, but I've never seen anyone do this before. So basically what you do is you like dot it there, and then you look up, and that line is where you should cut it, basically. Since this is a double cut crease, we want it to be higher than normal, so we have, you know, room for the other colors. So, word of advice, don't get ahead of yourself, because you're going to think you're doing great and then you're going to fuck it up. So, I'm just going to blend that again. Anyway, I'm going to do my other eye and then I'll come back. So with this tiny brush, looks like this, I'm going to go in with Fired Up, which is this orangey shade. and I'm gonna start in the sort of inner corner. I wish I had a way to like zoom you in. Can I do that while I'm filming? I don't think so. No, I can't. So instead of that, I'm just gonna hope you catch on and I'll lean really close. How's that? Okay, so I'm gonna skip to doing the outer edge because in the middle is where I'm gonna put a shimmer, and I just want to make sure I leave space for that. So with that same shade fired up, I'm just gonna do the outside. Make sure you keep this line here as clean as you can because it's gonna be hard to clean up later if you mess up. So this is what I have. I'm actually gonna go in with concealer here just to make that, like where that crease is, that line, do you see that? Because it's sort of transferred up, and I'm just gonna set it with a white powder. That way it just doesn't transfer, you know? Okay, that looks a little bit better. So I just, with a white concealer, cut the crease again because the orange was transferring because I never set it like a dummy. So on this eye, to avoid some trouble, I'm going to use that white concealer to cut the crease and then set it with a white eyeshadow. That way you can just, you know, avoid all the issues. Okay, so I did that to this eye, and now I'm gonna do the same orange thing on this eye. I already said the word eye like 6,000 times. I did switch the brush I was using, but when it gets to the more detailed parts, like when you get toward the crease, use like a teeny tiny brush, but for packing, this type of flat brush thing is fine. Now this is what I have. Think it's pretty cool, to be honest. The next shade I'm gonna use, is called Bright Eyes, which is right next to the orange one we use. I'm gonna put this here and here, leaving a space in the middle, just like last time. I think I can take this off actually, because it hurts. Well, I'm gonna use this brush that's not focusing, but yes. So this is what I have now. I think I'm gonna bring you closer so you can see better. This is what I have now. I'm gonna do the other eye because this looks boring in comparison, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've finished that on both eyes, and now I'm gonna take Pop Star, which is, this is hard to hold, it's so big. This shade right here, and just put that in the middle, and yeah. Okay, so this is what I have now. It's sort of transferring on this eye into the crease area. This eye, not so much, but I don't know, I guess shimmers do that, but I think this looks pretty sick. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with, I hope this isn't dirty, Green with Envy, which is this shade. It's the shade I used on the outer part, and I'm gonna smoke out my lower lash line with that. I didn't mention this, but afterwards I used that orange shade called Fired Up to blend it out more. There's a spot like here, I don't know if you can see, like when I pull it down, the pigment just won't stay, and I think that's because I put tape there earlier, which took my concealer off, so that's my bad. But we're gonna do the other eye. I ended up using tape for this. And then go ahead and pack Green with Envy on there. And then blend it out with Fired Up. And then we're pretty much done other than lashes. So I did this eye, but I think I'm gonna actually take off this part on this eye and just try again, because it looks gross, if we're being real. I'm gonna go wet my beauty blender so I can fix my concealer, and then hopefully that won't look as gross. Ooh, I'm back and have a wet beauty blender. I'm gonna fix the concealer. That is set now. Honestly, I think I like it better without the wing. I know I did that whole thing, but it just doesn't look good when I do it. It looked good when she did it. I don't know. I'm gonna redo it because I already went through that process, but part of me just wants to take this off and leave it as is. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think this looks a little bit better. It's just a little low. It's fine. We fix. Okay, so it looks better on this eye. It still looks fucking crazy, but I think with mascara I can make it work. I just feel like I have to fix this eye now. So now I'm gonna do that whole process again because I suck at makeup. Yeah, I wanted to give that shimmer a little extra pop before I went and did that, so I put Spectre, which is this pink color from the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette, where that gold was, just to, you know. So this is what I have right now. I'm gonna do mascara because I don't want to wear eyeliner because this already was so much. Ooh, and it's transferring. Why? I'm gonna try to fix that. I'm gonna do mascara, and then that'll be the look, and I'll come back. I'm back. Ooh. I want to wear my poncho. Hang on. I'm back. I'm wearing a poncho that buttons in the front. It's like basically a giant blanket, and it's maybe one of the best things I've owned. Anyway, this is the look. This bottom part just was getting so messy and I didn't want to redo it a billion times, so I just left it. I'm probably gonna do a lip gloss, but I don't know, that'll be for pictures, so if I do end up doing a lip gloss, I'll put pictures here. And if you liked this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. I haven't said that in any of my videos, I don't think. And follow my Instagram, which will be linked in the description below. And yeah, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!